A tragedy has triggered a lightning speed transformation along the expressway that cuts right through Delaware Park here in Buffalo. You're looking at a live picture of the 198 tonight near Parkside Avenue, where concrete barriers now form a border between rush hour traffic and Ring Road. These changes all because of what happened there on Saturday morning when a car jumped the curb and crashed into these two young children, 3-year-old Maxim Sugarovsky and his sister, also a 5-year-old, Stephanie. She was seriously hurt. The younger boy was killed. Her family says, though, the young girl's condition is improving tonight. Now, just a short time ago, a law enforcement source telling 7 Eyewitness News that the driver of the car involved here may have fallen asleep at the time. This story has touched all of us here, and 7 Eyewitness News has dedicated a team of reporters tonight digging to try and find out what you need to know to protect you and your family. We begin now with Jeff Russo. He's live at Delaware Park tonight. Jeff?
Yes, and Keith, this is what we know tonight. As you just said, a law enforcement source tells 7 Eyewitness News the driver may have fallen asleep at the wheel, causing that person to lose control of their vehicle on Saturday morning. It all happened right back here, right near Ring Road, right near Delaware Park, right here along the 198. What we learned from police officials today is that the driver is no longer in custody and at this point not facing any charges at this time. But two big changes you're really going to notice out here immediately at Delaware Park. The speed limit has now been reduced, and the new concrete barriers that line the 198 between the 198 and Delaware Park right here. Let's talk about the speed limit first here tonight. Governor Cuomo has ordered that speed limit now be reduced from 50 miles an hour to 30 miles an hour. That lower speed limit is now in place for tonight's rush hour for the entire 198. That's the entire 3 miles from the 33 to the Niagara Thruway, and it will remain in effect indefinitely. The other big change, as we mentioned, the new concrete barriers. But why did it take something like this, something as tragic as this, to spark change? Hannah Buehler is joining us now as our team coverage continues. Hannah's been following this part of the story throughout the day. And what have you learned today, Hannah?
Well, Jeff, I can tell you that it's a very different Skagway Expressway, a very different 198 this Monday commute here as we are at 5 o'clock tonight. And not only with the reduction in speed from 50 miles per hour to 30 miles per hour, but heavy concrete barriers that are meant to withstand a car bashing into them along the area of Ring Road, right around Delaware Park. Now, I can tell you that Assemblyman Sean Ryan has been pushing for a meeting with the New York State DOT. I've learned the governor's transportation secretary has pushed that meeting from today to tomorrow in Albany. So a lot of people wondering today, why did it take a tragedy like this? I asked Buffalo Public Works Commissioner Steve Stepniak that today. He tells me, as we know, discussions to change the expressway have been going on for years, and I want to read you a statement that just came down from the New York State DOT. I've been working on getting a comment from them all day. They say, quote, as you know, the New York State DOT has been evaluating public comments on a proposal to redesign the Skagway Expressway to a parkway-like roadway that better fits the context of the surrounding land use and better accommodate the needs of motorists, bicyclists, and pedestrians. They are working with those comments. Again, that just coming down from the New York State DOT this afternoon. We do know that the state is in the progress of permanently installing guardrails here. That process started today, but many people I spoke with say it's just too little, too late.
But I don't think it's enough. It shouldn't have taken the death of a 3-year-old and the injury of a 5-year-old, wonderful girl, beautiful family, for this to happen. More needs to happen, a redesign. It needs to happen soon, not long term. It's just devastating. It's devastating.
The city says the DOT has been on site surveying, as I mentioned, for those permanent guardrails that will be installed as soon as this week. We have been asking you on WKBW.com, are you in favor of turning the 198 into a 30-mile-per-hour parkway? We have more than 2,000 people that have weighed in tonight on WKBW.com, and people saying to us, yes, they are. They are in favor of this being permanently 30 miles per hour. Jeff, I can tell you I've been watching this digital clock here that has the speed limits of many of these motorists well under 30 miles per hour. this evening.
And if you're used to driving through this area, the reduction from 50 to 30 seems pretty significant and an instant change from the governor as we move forward from Saturday to today. Well, we're going to take a look back now to the day that this crash all happened a couple of days ago. Hundreds of people were out enjoying the beautiful weather on Saturday morning here in Delaware Park when this all unfolded before their eyes.
So sad for the mom, for the dad, I mean, just witnessing it, and even the person who caused it. My daughter was literally just riding her bike. It could have been my daughter. It's hard, you know, because it could have been anybody's kid. It happened so fast.
I still can't believe what I saw.
And the babies were just twisted. It was a horrible scene.
All right, again, those eyewitness accounts from Saturday right after the crash. Emotions still running high tonight for those that frequent Delaware Park, whether it be for sports or really anything of recreation here in Delaware Park. 7 Eyewitness News reporter Katie Morse now joins us now with some of the emotional reaction today, Katie.
Well, that's right, Jeff. You know, every day people use this park, but on Saturday, hundreds of kids were here. They were playing soccer with the Delaware Soccer Club the same way the Sugarofsky family was. Now, we spoke with one soccer mom today who came by to drop off flowers at a small memorial, which is now on the other side of the barrier. As we mentioned, Mary Sugarofsky was walking her 2 kids back from a soccer game when the family was hit. It's the same route that dozens of families take on their way to and from soccer games every single weekend. Now, the mom we spoke with today said for her, this accident is particularly emotional.
My husband coaches Delaware soccer. We were here on Saturday. I'm in this park every day. It's overwhelming.
Thank you very much.
That mom clearly emotional when we spoke with her earlier today. Now, coming up at 6, you'll hear from the president of the Delaware Soccer Club, and I'll tell you what the club is doing tonight to honor the family, the Sugarofsky family. That's coming up at 6. Back to you, Jeff.
All right, thank you very much, Katie, for that report. Special guest tonight joining me now, Buffalo Mayor Byron Brown. We appreciate your time tonight, sir. A law enforcement source telling 7 Eyewitness News tonight that the driver involved here may have fallen asleep. Can you confirm that? Can you update us on that tonight, Mayor?
Can't confirm that. It's still under investigation. A number of different things are being looked at by the Buffalo Police Accident Investigation Unit. I cannot confirm that at this time.
A lot of people on our Facebook page and a lot of people in the community are asking to ask you why police are not releasing the name of the driver involved in such a tragedy here at this point, Mayor.
That's a decision of the Buffalo Police Department. No charges have been filed against the driver at this point, and the police department has made the decision at this point not to release the name of the driver.
You have spent some time with the family, obviously grieving from what happened here on Saturday. You sort of updated us on that this morning. Can you just give us a sense of what the family is going through right now, Mayor?
Well, it's an absolute tragedy for the family. They are heartbroken, of course. They are a close-knit family. The family is together. They're rallying around the parents of Max and Stephanie. And it is a very, very sad time for this family. We should continue to pray for the family, continue to hold them up in prayer, and do everything that we can as a community to support them during this very difficult time.
Sad time for the family, sad time of grieving really for the community as well, when you talk about how many people throughout Western New York use this park on a daily, weekly basis.
It really is. Our hearts are broken as a community, certainly particularly those of us that have children that have been in this park and use this park with our children. Our hearts go out to the family. This is a very painful thing for the family, but also a very painful thing for our entire community.
Buffalo Mayor Byron Brown, we appreciate your time tonight, Mayor.
Thank you, Jeff.
All right, thank you very much. Now, a group of concerned residents who live just a mile away from the scene started a Facebook site called Parents for a Safe Delaware Park. In less than 2 days, the page has close to 1,800 likes, and this group will hold a vigil for the family tomorrow night at 7 at the Hunter and Dog statue. That's a long ring road right up there, right up on the hill here at Delaware Park. That vigil coming tomorrow night here for the Parents for a Safe Delaware Park. That'll be there, close to 1,800 likes on that Facebook page so far. Also, the City of Good Neighbors already coming through for this family. A GoFundMe account for the family has already raised more than $31,000 in donations. If you'd like to donate, you'll find a link with this story on WKBW. WKBW.com. Our team coverage of this tragedy and the response from the city and the state will continue tonight on 7 Eyewitness News at 5:30 and online at WKBW.com. For right now, though, we'll send it back to Keith in the studio. Keith?
All right, Jeff, our crew out there, thank you. As you mentioned, we'll check back with you over the next hour and a half. Still ahead.